Hi, and welcome back to the Heretical Heart Podcast. I'm your host, April Porter, and today I want to talk to you about, I guess it's the messy middle, right? So there's some experiences that I have had recently that have brought me right back to the messy middle. And I just want to talk about it today. So if you are familiar with watching my videos for the podcast, you will recognize that this background looks a little bit different today. That is because my entire desk has moved over, probably 3 feet. Because last fall, so let me say this. We built an office for me to work out of and finished it last year. And I moved in and I wanted these perfect white, smooth walls. And at one point I thought I was going to put wallpaper on like one of the walls. And then I had moved in and it was so clean and pretty and white and beautiful that I thought I would just kind of leave it very simplistic. But I have all these books. I have a lot of art supplies and projects and things. And I started looking around and feeling like it had no personality. It was pretty and clean and everything, but it didn't really fully feel like me. It felt like a version of me, a sliver of me, but not the me that's me inside, if that makes sense. And when I look around my environment, this is mine, and I want it to feel like me. So last fall, I'm looking at the wall here as I'm talking. Last fall, I painted on this wall a heart, and that heart had rings of color radiating out from it, which kind of made it look like a tree if you cut into a tree and you see all the rings. And I really, really enjoyed the process of painting this on the wall. One, because I had been telling myself for months and months and months, probably years even, that I was going to get back into my projects, that I was going to do an art project, that I was going to do more crafty things or whatever. I just wanted to create more. I wanted to play more. And I kept putting it off. I kept saying, I have these other things to do first. I have to do this in my business first. I have to take care of X, Y, and Z first. And so finally, it got to the point where I just felt like this is what I need to do. So I went to the craft store, I bought more paints, and I was actually kind of inspired by a rug that I bought that has all these different colors in it. So I bought 24 different colors, and that is what is on this wall. So over 2 days, I painted it on the wall, and I stepped back and I was like conflicted. I felt both joy and excitement and fulfillment from having actually done the thing and put all this color on the wall. And then I also felt, oh, is this childish? Is this unprofessional? Is this not the right look? And when I say not the right look, I mean not the right look for whatever it is that I'm supposed to be. Somebody else's version of me. And so I brought the primer in and I painted over the whole thing. And then I felt a sense of both disappointment and peace. And I want to sit with that for a minute because I think that when we have these experiences, we fall on one side or the other. We let ourselves feel the disappointment or we let ourselves feel the peace. But I want to talk about sitting with both of these feelings because they were both there. And all winter and into the spring, I looked at this wall that was primered 3 times, and I could still see rings of this heart on my wall. And I kept saying, I'm going to go get the white paint. I'm going to just paint over it and make the wall pretty and white again. But even with that, you could see the rings where there was texture of where I had painted. So even if I'd painted white over this wall again, it would still be there. The imprint would still be there. And this feeling over the last couple months, probably, maybe longer, has been, maybe I shouldn't have taken it down. I'm kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that I covered that part up, that I didn't let it just live there and be there. And so this weekend, I thought, what if I repaint it? Because the point had always been to paint something up there. And over the winter, I was like, I really want to paint a giant octopus up there in black and white. And I had this whole image of this stylized octopus that I could paint on the wall that I would really love, right? I love it. But it wasn't the same. And if you can see behind me, there's paints right here. And if you saw the color of those paints, you would see that they're very muted colors. Because after I painted the primer over all of the 24 bright colors, I went back to the craft store and I was like, I'm going to go buy more acceptable colors that will suit the palette of whatever it is that I'm creating in this office that makes it feel professional and polished and whatever, and I can still have fun and creativity and whimsy with it. But as you can see, they're still sitting here. They're unopened. I never felt inspired to actually paint them on the wall because they weren't supposed to be. Not for this. Maybe another project, but this is not what those were for. Those were the consolation prize. Those were the thing that was the compromise of, I want to do this thing. I feel like I'm supposed to do this thing, but maybe I can meet somewhere in the middle. And how often do we do this in our business? I feel like I'm supposed to do this, but I really want to do this. So I'll kind of meet somewhere in the middle. And I'll offer this thing, or I'll create this thing, or I'll do this thing that is sort of okay, not really what my heart is in, not really what I fully feel like I'm supposed to do either. And it falls flat. We're disappointed. Nobody buys it. And then we start blaming ourselves. And then we start questioning ourselves. And we go into this spiral. So my question today is, what if we just did the thing? What if we just offered the thing that we really want to offer and did the thing that we really wanted to do and left the heart on the wall and let it be loud and let it be different and let it be maybe a little childish, because who the fuck cares? It's my wall. I get to look at it every day. Nobody else is looking at it. Why does it matter to anyone else? It doesn't matter to anyone else. It doesn't matter if anyone else likes it. If I like it and I'm enjoying it, it's serving its purpose. If it's making me happy every time I see it, and I'm looking at it today and I'm very, very happy. Like, there are so many colors in here and it is so happy. Is it loud? Yes. Is it slightly obnoxious? Kind of, yeah. And I'm okay with that. And I'm so happy I allowed myself permission to put it back on the wall, to repaint the thing that I did already. Because this is the inside of me living on the outside. I never fit in the box. I never complied with all the rules. So why am I trying to now? So I'd ask you, in your business, in your life, where are you not allowing yourself to show up fully as you? Where are you playing nice or playing the part that you feel like you're supposed to, offering the thing that you think you should? And how is that working out for you? I'm genuinely curious because I know I can't be the only one feeling this. I talk to people every day who are dealing with their own version of this, and I'm curious what yours is. If you want to share it with me, send me a message. Drop it in the comments, because I would love to hear where you are no longer willing to comply just for the sake of complying. So I'm going to turn this into a Substack post, and I'm going to put the images of the heart on there. If you want to see it, head over to my Substack at Aypril Porter. The point is, I put mine back. Loud, obnoxious, all 24 colors. Your turn.